On the road again, I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. No, I can't wait to get on that road again. On the road again.
Alright. Doing another on the road again segment, I believe this is episode 6. Just heard a commercial on the radio for anti-bullying, and I want to give my stance on it. You know, it's kind of funny. I don't remember anti-bullying commercials when I was in school, and I turned out just fine. I'm starting to wonder if we're well, I'm not starting to. I know that we coddle kids too much. It's ridiculous the amount of babysitting that we do for kids. You know what happens when you tell kids that, you know, nobody should pick on them and that everything's going to be okay and everybody deserves a trophy and there are no losers? They grow up to become psychopaths who can't take any criticism at all and start shooting up the place when somebody tells them that they can't have something or that they're not good enough. Right? It's absolutely true that you shouldn't go overboard and you know, degrade somebody to the point where they think they should take their own life. But there's a flip side to that you should have enough self-worth and enough common sense to not take your own life over what somebody else said about you. I get tired of all these commercials and all these, you know, programs on television and all these school programs going, oh, we've got to save the children, you know, we can't allow bullying in school. Kids are horrible to each other. And that teaches them that adults are horrible to each other. Because we are dicks to each other. If you want an example of that, Black Friday. Alright? That's all Black Friday is the worst of humanity. You know, we are assholes. Pure and simple. And there's no excuse. But, you know, there's no anti-bullying of adults commercials because we think adults should be able to take it. Well, the only reason adults can take it is because we learn to take it as kids. You know, if you're a chubby kid and you get called fat, you need to learn how to deal with it as a chubby kid. Because when you're a fat adult, you need to know how to handle it. I was fat when I was a kid, and I learned how to handle it. I knew when somebody was going to come up and make fun of my weight. So the moment they walked up, I went, hey, hey, hey. And if you're, you know, my age, you know what that reference is. So you beat them to the punch. Okay? You start the joke. And then it totally deflates them. Okay? If you can make fun of yourself for your shortcomings, then they cannot take advantage of them. They can't hurt you because, you know, there's no goal in it for them. I have a real problem with this whole concept of we need to protect our children from other children and from everything else because you create a nation full of wussies. And, you know, we don't talk about the future of America on the show very much, but what happens when these kids now that you know, are coddled become world leaders and suddenly another 9/11 happens? They're just going to push the damn button and we're all going to fry because they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to just do a selective strike, send a drone, and bomb one person. They're just going to nuke the whole damn country. So it's just common sense, people. You learn to deal with things as an adult by dealing with them as a child. It's the same reason why we send kids to school to learn math, so that you know it when you're an adult. There's no question about that. Like I said, though, it shouldn't go overboard. You know, but part of that's always the parents' fault, too. I'm a real proponent of parenting, partly because I am one. You know, and I've always told my daughter that nobody can hurt you unless you let them. At least verbally, emotionally, you know. Physically, that's another difference. You need to learn how to kick ass, take names, pull some Chuck Norris on their butt, you know. somebody comes at you, you kick them in the balls. That's what I tell my daughter, because she's a girl and she can do that. Guys, you can do that too, but that's kind of fighting dirty, although I've never understood that term, because there's no such thing as fighting clean. You know, unless you're in a ring, there's rules, but even then, you can still bite somebody's ear off and get away with it, I guess. You don't have to go to jail or anything. So, I don't know. Speaking of commercials, there's another one that's on the radio all the time. For this, it's Habitat for Humanity Resource Center, and I don't know if you have one in your community, but we have one here, and it's the most monotone guy. He goes, "Hello, did you know you can help build houses in your community without even lifting a hammer? That's right. Bring your gently used appliances to Habitat for Humanity. We sell them and then take that money and build houses for the community." That is exactly how he sounds too. I will have to record one of the commercials. But and then he was talking about furniture one day, and I kind of filled in the lines, because he was like, "Bring your gently used mattresses to Habitat, and we will resell them and use that money." And I was just in my head thinking, "Bring your gently used mattresses infested with bed bugs, and we will sell them to low-life scum who can't afford to buy them in retail shops." That's what I thought the commercial really should have read, because that's more along the lines of the truth. If you buy a mattress in a secondhand store, you're getting someone else's disease. You know, just for funsies, take a blacklight to a secondhand store and look at the mattresses to see all the stains. And I'm not talking about just blood. You know, somebody's had a party on that mattress and everybody was invited. You know, if you buy one, you'll have to not only bleach it, but bug bomb it. I can't imagine buying furniture secondhand. That's one thing. You buy furniture off of somebody that you know, like a couch or something like that, out of somebody's living room that they've been living with. I guess I see that as different, because it's not a poor person who just needed money for drugs, so they took it over to the pawn shop. But I think anything you buy out of a pawn shop or a resale store or anything like that, that's furniture or mattresses or, God forbid, bedding or anything like that, you better have it fumigated, sterilized. You better have your own autoclave. That's, you got to go to that level. And if you're going to go to that level, why not just buy it new? I never quite understood that. So anyway, I'm at work now, so we will continue our little discussion on my way home. Till then. Alright, so it is now Sunday. It's been a few days since I have recorded anything, and I am on my way to our wonderful capital to meet with a client. If I look like shit on this video, it's because I've been sleeping on the couch for about the last 3 or 4 days because the wife is sick. Some people would think, oh, well, you must have gotten in trouble. No, the wife is sick, and so we have this kind of agreement where if I'm sick, she sleeps on the couch. If she's sick, I sleep on the couch, because neither one of us want it. It's bad enough when one person is sick. It's hell when one person is sick and then turns around and the other person is sick. I'm actually still getting over what I had gotten a month ago, which is why my voice sounds like crap. That, and I haven't had enough Mountain Dew this morning yet. So, it also kind of explains why I haven't had much to record. But I want to kind of put a wrap up on episode 6, so I figured I'd record something. And for this topic, it's something that I just went through with the wife. I don't know whether it's because she's sick or because she's bored, because all she's been doing is laying in bed, but women, I want to give you a little bit of a piece of advice. When men are staring blankly at things, we're not thinking about anything. All the time, my wife says, "What's the matter?" or "You look angry," or what. I'm not. I'm completely blank and void. My mind is empty 99% of the time. Alright? If I'm not working on a task, my mind is not actively thinking or angry or anything. You know, if men are working on a task, we're focused. We're working on that task most of the time. On the radio show, we get ADD, and so that doesn't really count. But you know, I don't know. It's one of those things where women are in a million different directions, and they think that, you know, just because you're not talking, you must be upset. No, I just don't have anything to say. You know, she's asking me, well, would you like that or would you like this on Food Network? I'm like, I don't know. How can I know if I'll like something if I haven't had it before? You know, I have no opinion on anything that I haven't experienced. You know, I don't, it's not that I'm against anything. I'm just not for it if I haven't tried it. You know, would I like a frittata? I don't know. I haven't had one. Tell you what, make one and then I'll decide. You know, if I like it or not. Because I don't know. And I know mostly men are watching this, and hopefully you all agree with me. If I'm totally wrong, please let me know in the comments below. But, you know, I think that for the most part, we're simpletons. We think about one thing, we think about it with everything that we've got, and that's it. Maybe there's a small part of our brain which is also always thinking about sex. But in general, we think about one thing. Or nothing. And a lot of times we have nothing to say. I think there was a study one time, and I don't remember where I saw it, but you know, somebody will post the link for it, hopefully, that women say 4 times more words a day. They speak 4 times more words a day than men. That's insane. All right? And the reason why is because we don't have that much to say. You know? Yes. No. Uh-huh. Yeah. Right. We're done. The day is over. That is our allotment of words. You know, if we agree with you, we'll go, right. We won't go, right, and I think that he should do what you tell him to, and I don't think that he approves of what you're doing. And we won't bitch forever. All right? We are very short and curt with our answers. You know, here's another thing. Women talk just to talk. I don't know if you've noticed this or not. Men talk to convey thoughts, to get opinions, to get shit done. All right? To accomplish something. Women talk just to talk. All right? My wife more than once has said, well, I don't need you to fix anything. I just want to get it out of my system. I just need to talk to somebody. When she tells me a problem she's having or somebody that's pissing her off. Me as a man, I try to solve that problem. Tell her what to do. She doesn't want that response. Oh, I'm fighting with my brother. Okay, well, stop talking to him. That's my answer. No, I don't want to stop talking to him. I just want to complain to you. Why? That doesn't do any good. It doesn't solve the problem that he's a jackass. What will solve the problem is you acting like he's dead. That solves the problem. It solves the problem with most of my family. People go, how's your dad? I don't know. I don't talk to him. We're not fighting. I just don't want to talk to him. You know? Everybody, I think this world would be better off if more people talked like men. If I say something, it's because I want your input. Or I want you to know something. I'm not just going to talk just to get it out. Right? I don't understand that. I want help if I ask you a question. If I tell you something, I want you to help me bury the body. Alright? That's what it's about in my world. In Shaggy's world, it's about accomplishing shit and getting it done. What is it in your world? When you complain, when you talk to your buddies about something, what do you want? Okay, what do you want to see happen? 4 times more words a day. What the hell are they talking about? They don't have anything important. Nobody gives a shit about makeup or dancing or music or anything. You can only talk so much about bad movies. There can't be that much conversation in the world. That's why we don't like world leaders as women. Because the UN would never stop talking. we need world leaders that go, yes, you're right, let's bomb North Korea. They're a bunch of crazy assholes. That's what we need. More men. Manly men. Not this metrosexual bullshit stuff. Alright, Christopher Titus said it right. No more mani-pedis with your girlfriends. There's only 2 acceptable ways to get your nails done. You use your own grinder, or by a Vietnamese woman who calls you Joe. That's it. By the way, I just heard Christopher Titus has a new DVD coming out. So if you have a chance, check it out. It's ChristopherTitus.com, I think. I follow him on Stitcher now because he's got a Stitcher show just like we do. And it's pretty entertaining, actually. He's got a bunch of guests and his girlfriend's on it, so it's one of those things. I've been finding more and more shows on Stitcher just because if we're part of the family, I think I ought to participate more. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, it could lead to interviews with these people. Stitcher's still kind of a jumpstart thing where not a whole lot of people necessarily know about it yet. So it's a great time to get on board. But I don't know. Tell me, what does your woman do that annoys you? Write it in. By the way, I haven't gotten any more viewer mail. So Shaggy at ptrradio.com for your viewer mail. If you want your question answered or your topic covered, that's where you have to send it into. And we do have a show coming up Monday. It will be a live show. We will be both on the stream and on YouTube. So look for that live. We have a question on our Facebook page. What medium do you watch/listen to PTR on? So that we can get an idea of where people are coming from. So far, I think 2 people have answered. Out of 113 followers and 20 YouTube watchers. So, the other thing is we've got a Twitter at ptrradio.com. I do post stuff on the Twitter, like when these come out and a whole bunch of other crap. So, make sure you subscribe to that. With that said, I think that's going to wrap up episode 6. And I will start to record episode 7 this evening. So look for that coming shortly hereafter. We're going to see if we can't get at least 2 episodes a weekend. I know I was kind of going gangbusters at the beginning, but honestly, it's a lot of work to get these done. So maybe if I can do 2 or 3 a week, that'll give you guys enough content. I'd like these to be 15 to 20 minutes long in total. So tell me what you think, if we should keep this up. Because this is the 6th episode now. I've gotten a handful of comments, but we really haven't gotten a whole lot more subscribers or a whole lot of comments. I've only gotten a couple that are positive, and I'd like more than that, just to let us know. So put it in the comments below. Email us, shaggy at ptrradio.com. Post it on our Facebook if you like the On the Road Again segment with Shaggy. And until then, I will see you on episode 7.